Yeah, so I'm from Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
I have background in chemical engineering. Um, I got my bachelor in Taiwan, and then I got my master's degree in University of California, Riverside.
Mm-hmm.
But I was mostly major in semiconductor fabrication. Then I moved to Virginia, back to more traditional chemical engineering, like catalyst. So that's more like oil. Most people get hired in oil gas company.
Right.
Yeah, and then I have internship experience last summer in a pharmaceutical company, Abbey.
Okay.
That's
Where?
about like top 5, top 10.
Where?
Oh, North Chicago.
Oh, not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And I am able to graduate. But like it's as an international student, I think the situation is kind of complicated right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to seek a job for start maybe the last 4, and I got I do have some interview alone start on last 4 until this year. But as you know, like the coronavirus outbreak, then turn out a lot of interview was basically being slowed down, or they be hold on in certain state.
Right, they are on hold. They are on hold.
Yeah. So there are some big company I interview with, but they basically on hold. One of my on-site interview was being canceled just the day before. So I do. It's kind of so. I think the situation is: should I graduate? Because my advisor I can graduate, for example, over the summer. But if that's the case, I need to initial or start the OPT. Okay, and then they will start to kind of consuming the OPT time. Initial OPT only have 1 year,
right,
and it's just not uncertain, a really uncertain situation that can I get a full-time job?
Mm-hmm. I understand.
It's totally depend on the outbreak and can the company back to or create a new normal, right? Or I can stay. My advisor might be able to support me, so not graduate. Let's say in these couple months, but no graduate at the end of the year. So just one more semester, and then let's see what's the situation, how American recover, or how the industrial company recover from certain current situation.
Right.
In that case, I will be more secure. I don't need to change the visa. I don't need to start the OPT right now. I don't need to move because I have family, so it's not just one flight there and then that's it.
Right,
so that's more about like I have kids, so that's like
more challenge. More challenge.
Yeah, more than challenge. So I just want to do that. Not like moving to a certain place, maybe for 3 weeks, and then another overcoming, and they say let's move again. That's not. I mean, if that's the case, I will still move, but that's not like.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah. So right now you are at Virginia Tech finishing your PhD. You have not completed yet. Have you defended?
I haven't.
Okay, you haven't. Okay. Are you? So that this is based on you're thinking, should I defend or should I not? Right.
Yeah, because the system here is basically after you defend, then you're gonna graduate in the semester, and you need to submit the thesis in 1 week. So basically, you kind of everything is like just go through right away, and then you graduate.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand your situation. So let me ask you some questions first. What is your Dane? What is your long-term goal here? Are you planning to stay in US, or you are thinking of moving back to Taiwan at some point?
I'm thinking to stay in US, maybe let's say 3 to 5 years from now.
Okay.
Or gain some experience from the company. So that would be. I believe you from Asia area. So some people from Asia area value that American experience a lot.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. And other question I have for you is, what your preference is? Are you thinking of long term or even short term? Are you thinking that you want to work at R&D in an industry, or are you thinking that you can go to academics at one point?
Working in the industrial.
Industry.
So not
okay.
academic.
Okay.
Yeah. But for industrial, I still be right now the situation is you need to be open for either in R&D lab or manufacture or production, like
Right.
you know what I mean, like
Right.
sales engineer. Yeah.
But do you think yourself that you will be the guy who will work in operations, or you think you would like to work in R&D?
Definitely enjoy in the R&D environment.
Okay. No, not a problem. Okay, let me give you my take. I think, being from Taiwan, I think there are some good things because I see students from other countries, China, India, and other countries. For them, the situation is a little different.
Yeah, the visa or even the people apply the NIW for themselves, like for green card for themselves, they're gonna be longer.
Yeah.
I understand that. Another option will be like.
Have you? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, have you thought about, or have you started your green card process, or no?
No, I haven't. I
Why?
don't. Yeah, I haven't. I was expecting to if in early, because I'm about to graduate, so I was thinking that after I got offer, I start working and start OPT, and then I start to file that.
Okay.
Because I filed that, I cannot use OPT now, right? And I need to wait. The situation will be way complicated. Like I cannot even use OPT.
Okay, I understand. Okay, got it. Okay, so then like nobody knows what is the situation going to be, right? Nobody knows. So I'm gonna give you the best possible answer I have for you. Okay, I think, and one thing I want to ask you, can you tell me, if I have to ask you, can you tell me one of the best companies that you would like to work for? The name, let's say. What would it be?
I was interviewed with Intel, so let's say Intel.
No, but what I'm saying is Intel is one of the best companies you think you would like to work for, or there are other companies also?
Seeing those, Intel or right now just Intel in my mind because that's the one I have been interviewed.
Yeah. Because I know for sure in Intel, because I have friends there, and a couple of my friends who joined Intel in March, because they graduate in December, they told me that Intel has freezed the hiring.
Yeah, I know that. So I do have many friends in Intel.
Yeah.
And the only suggestion from them is you need to wait. I mean, it's a company policy.
Right. So they have freezed the hiring. You cannot do anything.
Yeah, so I try to talk to as many as possible. Other company are also kind of freeze till the end of the year.
Right. So I think at this point of time, Dan, definitely you want to tell your advisor that delay my graduation. Definitely. Don't graduate.
Just stay for now.
Yeah, because I am thinking and this is the information that I see from other students also. It is the right now is not the good time to graduate right now. If you can delay it, whether it's summer or it's December, it will be better for you.
Okay.
Finding a job as of now is like chasing
It's
a
almost
dream. Is like no, it's, I don't think it's impossible, but it's like chasing a dream right now. So
Okay.
if it was October 2019 or December 2019, things were very different, right?
Yeah.
So what my suggestion to you would be is don't graduate at least this time. If you can delay it by summer, and looking at the situation, if you can postpone it to December.
Okay.
Oh, that's number one. That's number one. Let's say if you are not able to do it, let's say
Okay.
you're not able to push it to December. You say I maximum I can do is August. I cannot do it December. Then my advice would be is the best thing that you can do is find a postdoc.
So what do you mean I cannot do it? Means like if my advisor
Yes.
cannot support me or like
Yeah,
okay.
if your advisor can, if you talk to your advisor and he says the maximum I can support you is till August, not after that, then my advice would be is then in that case go for plan B, which would be postdoc.
Okay, I actually have other question about postdoc because I see you did some postdoc before, right?
Right.
So like, what would be not ideal because postdoc is never ideal. Like, what would be a better postdoc experience? Because
Right.
really, right now people try to reopen the lab, right? And actually, people need to do work on that shift. Like not like you probably only have one person in certain room or certain space. So definitely the efficiency, the working efficiency, will gonna be really low.
So
So
I can tell you for sure is the labs are opening now.
okay,
So I know few students which I counsel just like I'm doing to you, and they have able to find a postdoc and they're joining in July.
okay,
So labs are opening up. See, the point here is whether the way company works is very different than the university, right? Because
yeah,
universities are they get money from the grants and they have to work. Doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
They don't see what will be my future earning, how I have to answer my shareholders, or how I'm gonna grow my business, what my accounts are, what my expenses are. It doesn't work that way, right? So I think universities and professors are much flexible. So if they need someone for a postdoc, they will hire you.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, and the reason why I'm saying that, let's say if your work is experimental, okay, and not computational, almost all the universities are opening now, or they are opening. Their labs are opening. Maybe the classes are not, but labs are opening. I know that for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So would you say like, so you still consider not graduate and then postpone graduate to December is a better option than for example, if I can find a postdoc in these couple weeks and then graduate in August, what would be a better way?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, okay, here is the reason why I say you can go for a postdoc is number of reasons. Number one, I think if you spend more time just doing PhD, it is not gonna add any value to you. Number one, you have to graduate. That's so. What is the best thing that you can do? You can say I can graduate, and then what you can do once you graduate, because the university is gonna apply visa for you where you do your postdoc, right? And then immediately start your green card.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say your postdoc is for 1 year. Okay. What you can do is in that 1 year you can apply for your green card, and if you look at, let's say you still have this desire that I want to work for Intel, you can still work for Intel, because I think the Intel gives you a graduation plus 15 months time. So they hire, so Intel, usually they hire if you are within the 15-month period of your graduation.
Oh, so they don't hire people graduate
No, no, no.
longer than.
Yeah, right. So let's say if I graduate and if I have 2 year of graduation already, then they don't hire.
Oh, I see.
I think they hire within 15 months of your graduation. So what I'm saying is, even though you will be doing your postdoc, you can still apply for Intel if they are able to open the hire, if the freezing is off.
Mm-hmm.
So you understand my point?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but
Yeah, you are about the no more specific situation to the Intel, right?
right. So what
Yeah.
I'm saying, see, what I'm saying, you can say, okay, Amit, can I wait? Yeah, you can wait, but maybe let's say you wait till December. Who knows the situation is good, and who knows the Intel still is not open for hiring? Then what you gonna do? You waste your time, right?
Yeah.
So my point here would be, what if I was you? What I would do? I will graduate in August, keeping in mind I have a postdoc. Okay, and then as soon as I get my postdoc, because you are from Taiwan, you can apply green card right away, and you will get it very quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you are eligible to work for any company anywhere. I think you can get your green card within a year or two. So you will be in much better position after that. You don't have to worry about visa.
Okay.
See, I came from
Okay.
India. I knew that for me it was so difficult to get a green card, and I had friends from Taiwan, I had friends from Korea who got their green card very quickly, and then they can go for any company to work because they
Okay.
don't need visa. But keep that in mind. You want to apply your green card as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay, but as I told you, if you have still this in your mind that you want to work for Intel, you can still work there. The time you graduate, let's say you graduate in August, just add 15 months to that. You can are still eligible to work. I think that is the policy of Intel.
Okay. Um, what would be
But because
if I
because because the biggest challenge for an international student right now is, let's say you see, Intel is one of the very few company who can apply for your H1 visa and who can hire international. Not many companies hire.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I as an Intel, I know Intel can hire
Right.
like bunch
Right.
in one time, like
Right.
in the season, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But they are
Um, in-
but they are not hiring. So what you can do? Either you wait till December and say ask your professor and delay your graduation. But the risk is, let's say if even they are not hiring and the situation of COVID is not the same, then what are you gonna do?
Yeah, if I wait till December and then no things are not getting better,
Then you will not have your green card. Then you will not be able to apply for Intel again. But here, I think in the postdoc, what will happen is at least you are able to apply for your green card. You are moving, and then you have a postdoc experience that helps also. You are
Okay.
not a student anymore. You are a professional, right?
okay. How about how do you see a postdoc? Like how close of research area do you see the postdoc value? For example, I'm doing certain things, right? I'm doing certain experiment or certain using certain equipment in the lab, and how if I move to different place and then still doing similar experience, they doesn't really gain the skill.
So I think the ideal way to do is, as I see it, it should be 50-50. So 50% that you learn, 50% that you have already learned.
Okay.
That's a good balance. You don't want to do the same thing. No. It's boring.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good. If you're doing the same thing, that's not a postdoc. What a postdoc you want to do is so let's say if your background is in chemical engineering in let's say in catalyst, right? And let's say if your postdoc is in the area of fuel cells, then there is a challenge because you can apply your knowledge of electrochemistry and apply it in fuel cell, right?
Okay.
So that's what a balance is.
Okay.
So, but if you, let's say your postdoc is in the area of, sorry, your research is in the area of platinum and PD catalyst for hydrogen generation, right? Or whatever. But if you're going to do the same thing, then it's not good. What I'm saying, it should be a step ahead, something different.
Okay.
So, as I said, 50-50 to me is a good balance because then you learn. It's just not like you are doing the same thing.
Okay.
But it cannot be completely different. It cannot be like you start doing your postdoc in the area of high temperature alloys. No, it has to be. It has to be balanced.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. But what I'm saying is, you can get a good balance.
okay.
Yeah.
Um, what? So like, so if I can graduate in, so how do you see if I can graduate in August, and if I cannot find a postdoc, then if I still my advisor one can support me as a postdoc, would it be a situation kind of like that's kind of the compensate, you know what I mean, like that's in the like
You know,
because really you start to schedule that if I need to graduate that.
see,
But it's not guaranteed I'm gonna get a postdoc right now because I don't know if people are lab are opening, but I'm not sure they want new postdoc join the lab right in
so
this situation.
yeah. So usually, what happened? There is a difference between how you apply for an industry job versus how you apply for a postdoc. There is a difference.
Okay.
Okay, and difference is usually for industry, by the time you apply and by the time you join it, there is a gap of 3 to 6 months. Very easy.
Yeah.
But postdocs are usually a month or 2 months
Okay.
because as soon as a professor gets a grant, he has to start working. So
Okay.
any professor, if you ask a professor, I want to join a postdoc under you next year, he will not answer you because he doesn't know. But if you ask a post professor, I can start a postdoc in next month or 2 months, he can answer you because he knows his financial situation and he will know what grant he's gonna get. Because
Okay.
for a professor, as soon as they get the grant, they need to work right away.
Okay.
So there is a difference. So postdoc is so company hires any company, at least big companies, they hire people looking at the future earnings, right? So they hire a student for a long term, but professors they are hiring you for a year or two, not more than that, right? So it's very
Yeah.
quick, short period. They need to hire someone right now because they have project who is available right now.
Okay.
So let's say if you are thinking of graduating in August or July, you have to start talking right now. Start sending
Okay.
emails. And one of the thing also I want to tell you, like in industry, it is your job to apply and look for a position. Most of the time, postdocs are reference based. So check with your advisor.
Okay.
Do you know someone? Because postdoc jobs are not advertised, right? They are not advertised. There is no place here, right?
Yeah.
So the only way you can think you can apply for a postdoc, either you start emailing professors or your advisor knows someone. Is most of the time postdocs are reference based.
Okay.
Like for example, the postdoc I got, my postdoc, is because my committee member knew that this person need someone.
Okay.
So he said, Amit, yeah, there's a postdoc there and you are graduating. Why don't you apply? Apply.
Okay.
So most of the time postdocs are like this way.
Um, how about the school ranking? Would it be a matter? Like for example, I graduated from Virginia Tech. Let's say it's ranking maybe 20 to 40 somewhere like that. It doesn't. How about if I go still in this range, or I need to move up to the score better than this range, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you are looking for a job in an industry. It doesn't matter too much. But if
Okay.
you're looking for academic, a lot, very much. So
Okay.
let's say if you say, hey Amit, I want to become a professor back in Taiwan, or I want to become a professor in the US, then I will say, hey, you're graduating from Virginia Tech, make sure you do your postdoc at Stanford. Make sure you do your postdoc in MIT, right? But because that gives a lot of value. But let's say if you are able to find your postdoc within the same range as Virginia Tech, you should be fine.